Okay, ladies and gentlemen, delicious content creation. Once again, this is the recipe. It is called Enchilada Casserole. It's very easy to make. It's almost the same thing as regular enchiladas. Now, I want you to understand, these recipes are for people who never have cooked, don't know how to cook, but want to cook something at home and have a great meal. This is the easiest way to go. Now, let's go over the ingredients. This is the base enchilada casserole. All right, just has the regular ingredients. Like I say always with most of my recipes, you should and later could be able to change them, augment them, put more stuff, less stuff, more of the same stuff in larger quantities or less or none. Maybe you don't want no chicken in it. This is going to have chicken in it. Easiest thing to do is buy one cooked. All right, now that we bought one cooked, saves time. We're going to debone that chicken. We got that enchilada sauce back there. We've got some olives. We got an onion. And we have tortillas. So, that cheese is a good thing to get blended already, so you don't have to shred up a bunch of cheese. And what we end up with is enchilada casserole, which is basically enchiladas not rolled up. And it's crazy delicious. So we have an enchilada casserole pan. That's what it is this time, but it could be a lasagna pan. It could be any kind of pan. Could just be for some sort of a buffet, but today it is going to be enchiladas. So we have tortillas over there. That is one of the main ingredients. And we're going to go ahead and debone some chicken. We're going to open those cans, and then I'm going to show you how to do this. So simple and easy. After you layer this up and follow these directions, just throw it into the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes or so. When it comes back out, delicious. Okay, we'll be right back, and we'll show you some stuff. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there goes the chicken, and it's been deboned. This is two really big breasts. You can use the whole chicken, or you can use the legs and thighs. Doesn't matter, chicken. Use the one you want, or use it all, because most people don't care what part of the chicken they get. I don't. I'm eating. Throw some chicken in front of me. Anyhow, we're going to now chop up some onion. Okay, ladies and germs, just like before, we take ourselves the onion, chop it in half. We'll put this aside for another recipe or just to have an onion sandwich. I love those. You ever had an onion sandwich? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and slice this, and then we're going to slice it like that. Now, this is the trick a lot of people don't know. And, you know, this is going to go into the oven. It's going to get cooked, so you can make these any size you want. I would suggest leave them the size where you will know you're biting into an onion, but not so big that all you taste is onion. So, we're going to go ahead and chop this up the magic way I had showed you guys in the last video. If you didn't see that, then this is what we did. We do some slices, leave them on top of each other, and then when you chop it, nature has already cut it the other direction. So when we put this together, we'll take these onions and we'll take the chicken and the rest of the recipes and do layers. So let's go ahead and get these put in a little bowl, and then we'll do some more cooking. 7 simple suppers. Okay, we're going to use, in this recipe, the whole onion because it's a lot of ingredients in the enchiladas. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut it up, and we're going to make chopped onions. Now you got to remember, when these go in the oven, they're going to get nice and soft, so it doesn't really matter how big or small they are. What matters is that the delicious flavors in there. And so, one whole large onion, it'll be plenty, and if you don't use it all, that's fine. You'll just have some chopped onion for later. Okay, the next ingredient will be a can of olives. Hey, it doesn't matter what brand, as long as they're olives and you like them, they should be black. We're going to leave them whole. You could chop them in half. Depends on how much you like olives. If you don't really like a big burst of olive flavor in your food, chop them in half. But you're going to need them to layer up inside the enchiladas. So, this is the next item in the recipe. 1 can of olives. We'll spread them into the enchilada casserole. And we'll go ahead to the next item. This is the next ingredient you'll need. 1 can of enchilada sauce, and you'll need, what is this? It's a regular 28 ounce. That's about the right amount. And the brand that you get is up to you. This is mild. It does come in different seasoned spices, like medium and hot, as you can see by the little thermostat. But you can always eat chili alongside of it too to spice up your enchilada. So, 1 can of enchilada sauce, and we'll be right back. Take 1 small pot, regular old pot you would cook up some soup in. Pour in enchilada sauce. Oh yeah, gotta love it. All right, enchilada sauce in a pot. And we will go to the next step now. Ingredients: tortillas. Gotta have tortillas for enchiladas. Best to get some thin ones, thick ones, who cares? Get whatever tortillas you like. Get the tortillas you like, it doesn't matter. They are going to be enchiladas soon anyway. Now, for the tortillas, you will need oil in a pot. Also a pot or a small pan, doesn't matter. Because we are going to slightly fry the tortillas, which is the same thing as heating them up, but we're going to fry them. So you'll need a little oil, and start off with about that much. You can see, what's that? Maybe 1/4 cup, and you're going to be adding more as you cook the tortillas because they absorb the oil. So keep some oil on side, and then you can keep pouring some in as it evaporates until you're layered up in the enchilada casserole. So a nice little 8-inch pan or pot like this with some oil in it for the tortillas. Next ingredient, cheese. You need cheese for enchiladas. Otherwise it doesn't really work. So we got cheese. Okay, now that we have our ingredients, we're gonna do the assembly. First thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and preheat the sauce and the oil so that it can be used in the recipe. Now, once this sauce gets warm, and it should be warm, doesn't have to be quite as hot because it's going to go in the oven. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and just layer some of this on the bottom. Throw some of that sauce in there like that. This will be the bottom of your enchilada casserole. And we're going to go maybe 2 layers or 3, I'm not sure. You'll want some tongs. And like I said, a little oil next to everything so that you can throw some more oil when this dissipates a little. Now the object is to get the tortillas to cook slightly. We want our temperature on an electric oven about 7 or 8. What happens is the tortilla will be in here, it'll warm up a little, starts to sizzle. That makes it so that when the enchilada starts to cook with everything else, it isn't gritty. We don't want gritty tortillas. Don't worry about the oil, that's part of the recipe. So we're going to turn it over, and if you could see how it's frying up, just slightly, not crispy like a tostada shell, but just warm, just hot. See how it's got a little blister? Beautiful. Take that doggy, let it drip a little, put it right there. And we're gonna make layers, and we'll come to that really quick. So let's go ahead and get that first layer, and we'll put some ingredients. Doesn't take very long to get these to get warmed enough and kind of cooked enough. What you want to do is layer the bottom of the enchilada pan with about 6 or 8. It depends on how big your pan is. Now with this basic recipe, what's happening here is we just got onion, we just got olive, and some chicken. Now you can put whatever you want in your enchiladas. In most cases, you know, people use different types of meat, so you're definitely good to go with pork or any other meat that you like. And what would really be great is if you maybe could splurge and do a seafood enchilada casserole. Throw some shrimp in there, cook them up. Okie dokie. We're almost there. 2 more tortillas and we'll have the bottom layer. Now, you don't want to overdo it with tortillas, so we're going to make the first layer a little heavy on the meat, and we're going to go a little heavy on the base of this with the olives and the onions, so that we only make a couple of layers. We don't want to have too much tortilla with these small amount of ingredients. This is just instructional. You can make it larger later with more ingredients. Like I said, this is the base recipe for people who want to cook at home, have never done it before, or never know how to cook. This is very simple to do. This oil is only on a number 7 on an electric stove. Okay, so we're on an electric stove. It's a number 7. We're just doing the base, and we're not frying the tortillas into tostada shells. We're just warming them up, crisping them up a little, and getting that oil in there that's necessary for the recipe on the enchiladas. So this first layer is about to get laid down, and then we'll come over here and throw some ingredients in there. Okay, now that's what the first layer will look like. And now we'll throw some ingredients in there. Get some of this chicken and sprinkle that in there like that. Nice big chunks. Okay, and then we'll get some olives. A couple here, a couple there. We don't want to go crazy. I do like olives quite a bit, so I'm going to throw a couple here and there. Some of that. Sprinkle a little onion in there. So you don't got to go crazy. It's going to be flavorful. Need a little more chicken. A couple of more olives. And then the cheese, my friends. This is the deliciousness of the world. The cheese is one of those ingredients that makes everything come together. Alrighty, now we have the first layer. And time for more tortillas. Now we'll do another layer of tortillas. Fry them up a little bit, just like before. Now that oil's nice and hot. Those tortillas are not going to take long to get hot and soft and a little crunchy. See, we're not making them into tostadas. We're just cooking them nice and hot and flimsy like, and they go in here and they're going to be delicious. You'll see once you cook yours at your place. And we have the enchilada sauce. It's going to be spread across all this in a second. And we'll add another layer. See how that's dripping that oil off? Okay, just like that. Alrighty. Now, we have one bottom layer. We'll have a second layer. But like I said, we don't want to overdo it with tortilla. And also, if there should be, I don't know, some people might want to put some vegetables in there or something else, especially if you make a seafood one. But now, let's go ahead and layer it up some more. Watch this one. Get some sauce across it. Nice and easy. That sauce right like that. Alrighty. Now, if you make a bigger one, you're going to need more sauce. This is just for instructional purposes, ladies and germs. And here goes some more chicken. We're really getting in there with some nice big pieces of chicken because we're guys, we're men. And we're going to eat this ourselves. Just us two guys. I'm at the dude's house. Oh no, don't go in there, chicken. Okay. Yeah, baby, look at that. Alright, hold on one second. Some more chicken. Gotta love chicken. And then put the rest of that in there and don't waste a drop. And some olives on that doger. Deliciousness is coming your way soon. And we'll put some more cheese. We'll do one centerpiece. Why not? I'm just heating up another little bit of tortilla to throw a cap on it. Right like that. Alrighty, there we go. Now we have 2.5 layers. We're going to use the rest of our ingredients. These guys up here because we love it. A little bit more onion up there because why not? Gotta love vegetables. That will keep you healthy. There we go. And the magic enchilada sauce. More of that magic cheese. We all love cheese unless you're allergic to it. By the way, if you happen to be allergic to any foods at all, don't do any of my recipes. Don't eat this stuff because it is actual food. It is not for people who have allergies or are trying to watch their weight or can't have sugar or salt or pepper. In all honesty, that's probably why you're sick, is because you don't have those things. But okay, here we go. Look at that. All right. Now what we have here, ladies and germs, enchilada casserole. Before it's done, it's not done. We're going to throw it in the oven, 350 degrees. You can see it right there. It's been preheated. This will take possibly 15 to 20 minutes, if that at all, because it's already almost cooked. We'll be back in a moment. Delicious content creation. And here's the end result of the enchilada casserole. Let's take a closer look. Melted cheese, olives, delicious onion sauce everywhere. Look at that big old bucket of food. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fix up a plate real quick and show you this thingy on the plate. And then it's going to disappear because we're going to eat it. Okay, ladies and germs, and now this is the deal. The way we do this is a little bit of tomato and lettuce on the side. There's some sour cream. Usually there's some guacamole, whatever toppings you like. But generally, when you serve it up, you do want it to have a little bit of tomato and lettuce on there. So you get the 4 food groups. You know, vegetables, meat, cheese, rice, and delicious content creation. We're going to eat. That's enchilada casserole. Here's another look at it, and it'll be gone momentarily. So you need to make one at home. Enjoy delicious content creation in your home.